So, last story in Trial of a Time Lord.
Yeah, and it's only a 2-part.
Yeah, we've got 2 parts. Let's see.
Yeah, and things continue to sort of ramp up. You know, the Doctor's been accused of genocide, was it?
Yeah, they've got to wrap the whole thing up now.
Yeah. So I'm interested to sort of because it's not a full story's worth of episodes.
No.
So there's not much time, but you know.
So, do you remember what I promised I'd do?
You haven't.
Have a glass.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've got some of this.
Carrot juice.
Look.
Yes. This
Carrot
is
juice, everyone.
one of the most unique endeavours of my
Enjoy.
life. Well, I hope so.
See if you like it.
Oh my word.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to Trial of a Time Lord. I can't say I'm a fan. But
Well, you and the 6th Doctor have something in common. Right, let's start.
oh, okay. Okay. Part 13. Never seen that before.
I came as soon as I could, my lady. No one may enter the Matrix without the key of Russia.
And by whom may the key be used?
Qualified people for inspection once in a millennium, perhaps.
Somebody who wants my head. Such as? The Balliard.
Maybe the Balliard is the master integrated.
Neither am I a man.
Are they all like you here?
Should we go and find out?
The Mel Planet.
The Doctor's only...
Sabalon glitz. By whom?
By me, madam.
There goes your theory.
Just one of my oldest enemies.
This is
Well, he's there, isn't he?
Corporeally, of course not, but I'm present and enjoying myself enormously.
Doctor,
We've had a few nice little tickles.
this court is not interested in your sordid business deals, Glitz.
Very good, Doctor. Keeping to the point.
Right.
When we last met, you expressed interest in a
Everyone,
box.
yeah,
Right.
for the Doctor.
To protect their own secrets, they drew the Earth and its constellation billions of miles across space.
Causing the fireball which nearly destroyed the planet.
Of little consequence in the High Council's plan.
Was renamed Rabbanox. That sanctimonious gang of hypocrites were covering their tracks.
Exactly.
I should have stayed here. The oldest civilization. Decadent, degenerate, and rotten to the core. Power back conspirators, Daleks, Sontarans, Cybermen. They're still in the nursery compared to us. And see the outbursts. If I hadn't visited Rabbanox as I then thought of it, the High Council would have kept this outrage carefully buried, as presumably they have for several centuries.
They made a deal with the Balliard, or as I've always known him, the Doctor, to adjust the evidence. In return for which,
Did you call him the Doctor?
there is some evil in all of us, Doctor, even you. They
So that literally is the Doctor.
Yeah.
Revelations of all this trial.
Oh,
Surely even Gallifreyan law must acknowledge that the same person cannot be both prosecutor and defendant.
Doctor! Balliard!
Please come!
oh,
We need him!
He's
who would have thought the great, one of the biggest Doctor Who villains would be the Doctor?
Oh, quickly, man, open it! He must be brought back!
Wow.
Some revelations there happened, didn't they?
Massive. Yeah.
Don't go, Doctor!
The Time Lords moving planet Earth, nearly destroying it.
Come on, Blitz!
Me?
Doctor!
Be silent. Come, let us return to the trial room.
Yes.
There's nobody to try anymore.
Yeah. Completely normal.
I said to you. So now we're back inside the Matrix.
Okay.
Where not been there since, well,
Deadly.
Arc of Infinity. You kind of went in a bit. But yes, Deadly Assassin was the main one.
It's a very different one.
pleasant place.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's like the street there in the York Museum that we went to, isn't it?
It is. It is. Although I'd rather be in that than
Yeah, me
sweet
too.
shops. Oh my.
Whatever attacked me was in that barrel. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll find out. I'm off. Well, come on. I want you to meet my darker side.
It's the doctor after all. How bad could it be? Oh, right. That bad.
I accept what you say about the evidence against the doctor. How much of it had been contrived?
Valliard would know precisely how the doctor felt.
When she lived.
She's a queen. Set up on high by that warmongering fool Connors. Gentlemen will not keep the doctor.
You'll catch cold
So
lying
carries a line back.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, well that makes the other story a bit that sort of pleasing.
Whoever threw that harp, he humiliates you by throwing harpoons at me. Makes a lot of sense.
Your presence here makes his task more difficult.
But if you follow the metaphor, I've thrown a pebble into the water, perhaps killing two birds with one stone.
Is that metaphors?
What more could a renegade wish for?
Yep. Those are some metaphors.
Oh, what famous writer is this?
What? It's Robert Holmes himself.
From H.G. Wells to Robert Holmes.
Even when I've flown your names, there are many forms to be inscribed before you may move on to the next stage of processing. Cannot be rushed, sir.
Oh, I don't know. I've always been a bit of an iconoclast by nature.
Yeah.
You're going there, not without an appointment. Ah, doctor.
Blessed proprietor, Mr. J.J. Chambers, insists he inherits your remaining lives.
Mr. Valliard doesn't trust the High Council to honour this.
He is one of those lives.
No, it's an amalgamation
Oh.
of.
Are you sure of that?
It's not actually a regeneration. It's not Peter Capaldi, is it?
No, but they might. I don't know. It might have been a prediction.
It's not physically the Doctor.
Okay.
It's an amalgamation of the Doctor.
Not if it precipitates my meeting with the Valliard.
Yeah, it's dark side.
Yes.
This is an illusion.
Oh my word. Well, this is a massive surprise. I'm liking it quite a bit. Yeah, my original concerns are
What concerns did you have?
how they would
Resolve
they would
it.
continue it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of just been flipped upside down,
Yeah.
pretty much, hasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, Master's back again.
Kind of defending the Doctor almost. He's on the Doctor's side because he thinks the Doctor is an easier opponent than the Valliard. It's kind of a very Master thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah. The Master just does whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes not even with proper intent.
Yeah.
Just because he can.
He's just like, this is fun. I've been enjoying this.
Yeah.
He's like us. He's just been watching it.
Oh no, that's even more layers. We're watching them watch something that the Master's watching from inside of the Matrix or whatever.
And we have Sebulum Glitz back from the
Yes.
Mysterious Planet.
Yes.
All the revelations there. The whole thing was a diversion to get the Time Lords.
Yeah, the Time Lords have just been.
Yeah, they're like the enemy, basically, aren't they? It's him,
Yeah.
the Time Lords, and the Valliard.
Yeah. Yeah. You understand more and more why the Doctor ran away.
Yeah, completely. You ready?
Sure.
Let's finish this.
Sure. Yes. Yeah, and I will say this theme has sort of grown on me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Robert Holmes only did that one bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a good reason for that, and I will tell you at the end.
Where are you?
Well, that's very quick.
No. Ready?
Um,
Bad joke. Everything around here is a bad joke. But what I don't comprehend, he's over here, Doc. Slippery customer, your other persona. What I don't comprehend is why you want me dead.
But if you don't want to come, you can stay here and build sandcastles. I'm sure if you think hard enough, you can conjure up a Buckingham spade.
Maybe something.
you could conjure up the castle
Face to
itself
face. 5 shots gives you 10. He's first past the checkered
to
flag.
be life size.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to build one. There'd be no point.
Well, if he tries and gives up,
Then you can conjure a sandcastle and live in it.
yeah.
I'm going in there.
Mel's going in! Oh, she's not.
Or in the
Welcome, Doctor.
It's been a while since we've seen the Masters, TARDIS.
But I never thought I'd welcome the sight of you.
I don't know if we did see it. We saw the Rani's TARDIS in Mark of the Rani. Don't think we saw his. Planet of Fire, I think, was the last time we saw his.
Slashy, fair-haired personage was the one you wanted a cloak.
You really are a second-rate adversary.
I should dig in then after all.
What are you doing in the Matrix?
Ah,
Forget the questions.
no, maybe
We're
not.
alive, that's all that matters.
Could be a trick.
Where are we going? I accept your will.
Nice. Okay. Now he's actually in the Matrix. This is one of the most twisty stories.
I'm just going to stay here till I can get back to my
Oh
own
no,
time
go on!
and some honest.
Go on! No! Stick to it! No!
Are you listening to
Ah.
me? Not really. I was just wondering how many gropsits this little bauble cost.
Yeah!
Wouldn't cover me.
Don't go through that!
Ah, of course.
Very astute of you, Doc. You should live a long time.
I already have. Over 900 years.
We're not gonna. No, we're not going into it.
Tell the doctor I didn't send him down the Milky Way for nothing.
I'm sure that will be a consolation to him in his final moments.
Very astute, sir.
Who's that?
Oh.
Don't just stand there now! Help me! Help me! Stop! I have never been able to resist the touch of the drones we know. Have we?
We'll soon have answers.
How many? At least there's been at least 5, 7 twists in this.
At least 5, 7.
No, 5 or 7. Anywhere between 5 and 7.
6.
I don't know. I don't know.
Then get out of here quickly. Your lives depend on it.
Now, let me see, where were we? I was about to be sentenced, suddenly.
Now then, once law and order have been restored, a new High Council will need to be elected.
Right, race a glass of carrot juice.
Carrot juice?
And then get you back on the exerciser.
No. I'm
I was rash in turning down that offer of the presidency. Carrot juice, carrot juice, carrot juice.
Ooh.
Oh my word! Yeah, to this story, the child of it.
So the trial of a Time Lord. It was about the Doctor being on trial twice in the same trial.
I don't know.
Was that a satisfying end?
It was an end with many beginnings, many twists. And
There was a lot of twists.
oh my
Lots
word.
of double crossing, lots of betrayal. Yeah, it's packed.
And I don't want this carrot juice.
No, nobody does. Ugh, carrot juice, carrot juice, carrot juice. Actually, let's get one for the thumbnail.
Oh,
Just a cheers or a drink.
I mean, I don't. Oh,
Did you enjoy it?
yes, I think I did enjoy it. It was a lot to comprehend, though.
Yeah.
Very overwhelming.
Yeah.
So
The story's called The Ultimate Foe.
okay. Definitely interesting, a lot of them, though. The fact that the Valeyard is a part of the Doctor.
Mm. The Valeyard's obviously got a plan, the Time Lord. Everyone's kind of a villain.
I think
the Doctor fighting everyone off.
Yeah, I said earlier on, everyone has something in for the Doctor.
Yeah.
Except for Mel and
Except
Glitz.
Mel and Glitz. But even Glitz is kind of like...
Well, that's more of him. I don't know.
He's not got anything against the Doctor, but he will steal from him, kill him if he needs to, kind of thing.
Yeah, well, Mel was very...
Oh, I see. So he humiliates you by throwing harpoons at me. That's a great line. We've got another Matrix story, just as weird as the Deadly Assassin.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not always because of the Matrix itself, though.
No, although a lot of that was in the Matrix. Most of it was.
True. Yeah.
And of course it ends there, bit of a cliffhanger.
Yeah. A little bit.
A little bit. He's still around. He managed to escape somehow. We didn't really know.
I'm quite overwhelmed.
I'm about to make you a bit more overwhelmed. So Bob Holmes wrote part 13 but not part 14.
Yeah.
He actually died.
Oh.
Before The Mysterious Planet was broadcast. He'd written part 1, part 13 of this.
Right.
The original script for this was going to end, the one that Bob Holmes had drafted, was going to end with the Doctor and the Valeyard falling together into the Matrix. Both may be destroyed forever. Big cliffhanger. The Valeyard, they've taken each other out, exactly as the Master wanted.
Was it still going to be 2 parts?
Yeah. That was going to be essentially the end of this part 14.
Wow.
But he'd written an entire episode. And then John Nathan Turner, producer, said, I don't want that to happen, because it's too easy to cancel the show at that point. Well, they're dead now, we're done, let's just take it off the air. That's a perfect ending. It was too good an ending.
Everyone got together to try and bring it back.
Yeah. Well, he figured they wanted it cancelled anyway. Any excuse. Wow. Eric Saber, the script head. There's documentaries I'm sure we'll watch at the time. Eric Sayward ended up leaving, which is why, and Jonathan was like, Pip and Jane Baker, I need you to come and save my show. So they came in at the last minute and wrote that last part 14, without seeing any of what Robert Holmes had written. They'd seen part 13, they'd read part 13, and they were like, I need you to finish this off.
It did feel quite consistent.
It did, it really, really did. I think they did a great job.
Yeah, really good.
Pip and Jane Baker obviously having written the Mark of the Rani and Terror of the Vervoids. Yeah. So they're kind of around from writing Terror of the Vervoids, I guess.
Sure, there's some familiarity with this overall thing. Fair.
yeah, so that was it. Eric Sayward, having been here since the beginning of Peter Davison, has left. Has quit the show.
And that was Robert Holmes' last ever.
And that was
Wow.
his last contribution, his last ever writing thing, I think, at all.
Gosh, like, from the Crotons to.
I know, right? That's
That's one of the longest,
I believe it is the longest span for actually writing on the TV show. Terrance Dicks, I think, probably has longer for Doctor Who in general.
Specifically with the show, writing for the show, yeah.
Although, when did Terrance Dicks start writing?
Wasn't it after Crotons?
I don't know if he did one before with Malcolm Hulke. He may have done
before Walkers.
Yeah, I think he was unofficially working on the show before that. But I don't know if it was because obviously the last one he did was the Five Doctors. I don't know if it was. It's around the same-ish, I would guess.
Yeah, many of his stories are absolutely just top class. Just brilliant. Carnival Monsters.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favourites. One of my top 5.
I mean, how many Bob Holmes stories have you given 10 out of 10? Carnival, Talons.
Yeah.
To name but 2 off the top of my head. What else has he done? Spearhead, From Space, Terror of the Autons, the Rebus Operation, script editor for the first 3 Tom Baker seasons.
Ah, yes. That
Brain of Morbius with Terrance Dicks.
Yeah. Oh, that wonderful time where you had Robert Holmes, Terrance Dicks, Philip Hinchcliffe. Just, oh, wow.
But we can't. Let's not focus on that too much because we're in this era, which is still good. Have you liked this era, the Sixth Doctor's era?
Mostly.
Yeah. To Robert Holmes.
Yes. Yes. To Robert Holmes, thank you for your many amazing contributions to Doctor Who.
Upon return, this season did not do very well.
No.
I think partly because of the. Had it moved? No, it moved back to Saturdays. I just think there was they put it on at weird times or something, and they weren't promoting it or whatever. I don't know. It didn't do particularly well in the reviews or in the viewing figures.
Okay, so just generally not.
Yeah, and that's kind of consistent for the rest of the classic series now.
Right.
Not doing particularly well. This is probably my least favourite season.
Really?
Yeah, which is crazy because it's still good. Mind Warp is good. That I really like that ending actually. I think that's really really cool. These 2 parts. So that was the last Sixth Doctor episode. So where this was going was that it wasn't doing well. It didn't have good reviews. The BBC blamed Colin Baker, and he was fired. You said just the number of times you said just when you thought the BBC couldn't get any worse with this,
they just got worse.
They just got so much worse. This is I try and stay impartial in a lot of these things. This is the worst decision the BBC has ever made with regarding Doctor Who, and I think they probably know that now. Even taking it off the air is not not as bad. It's a new
part of history that I never knew before we started watching. It's just how rubbish the BBC treated Doctor Who.
Yeah. And they treat him badly. How is it his fault? Come on. How? It doesn't make sense. What's your reason?
Yeah.
The first season did well.
Yeah.
This show's going 8 million views. Let's cancel it. Yeah. Oh, it's come back and it's now worse. Let's fire the main actor.
That's ridiculous.
That'll save it.
He's not running the show.
I mean, they're trying to cancel. Yeah, he's not running the show. He's not writing the scripts.
That was his last one, then. So.
Yeah. His last words. Characters. To Colin Baker.
Yeah, to Colin Baker's time on Doctor Who. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And I now have a mostly full bottle of carrot juice that nobody's gonna drink.
So there's like no regeneration, like.
We'll find out next time.
Okay. That's fine.
But we've got a new script editor coming in as well.
Okay.
Andrew Cartmel. I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Okay. He's not done anything.
No, he's not been on the show before. He's new. I believe this is his first job or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, again, they were just looking for someone to do it because BBC didn't want anyone to. They were trying to cancel the show, basically. I think it's like, oh, you run it, run Doctor Who, go. So John Nathan Turner has been wanting to leave as well, but they won't let him leave. So John Nathan Turner basically had the choice: leave and have there be no Doctor Who, have no show to run, have no job, or just keep no Doctor Who until it gets cancelled.
This is depressing.
Yeah.
So depressing. This
Yeah.
time.
And the documentaries, I'm sure, will explain it far better than I have done.
Yeah.
We will watch those at some point. They're very good. There's some great documentaries on these Blu-rays.
I look forward to that.
Alright. Do you want to give it a score out of 10?
I really did have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and considering all the circumstances, I think it ended up pretty solidly. So
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with 7.
7 out of 10. Cool.
Yeah, I enjoy it for how. Yeah.
Okay.
I would have loved to have given a story with the Sixth Doctor.
I'm fairly sure you'd give some Big Finish.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I'm hyping these up.
Send me them.
Yeah, they're on Spotify. I'll direct you to some. One of my favourites. I'll just spout some of my favourites. People in the comments, tell me your favourite Sixth Doctor Big Finishes. I only know the ones that are on Spotify, the free ones. Doctor Who and the Pirates is great. I think this is the one I'm going to send you.
Okay.
It's great, it's funny, it's hilarious. It's got Bill Oddie in it.
Oh, right. Wow. Definitely check that one out.
Jubilee is excellent. By a new series writer, and it ended up being made into a new series story. With not the Sixth Doctor, but they kind of adapted it for the television.
Okay.
I may send you... Oh, I probably won't, actually, because we're going to watch... Then you'll know. We may listen to that one at some point.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely check out the Pirates one.
Doctor Who and the Pirates is excellent. The One Doctor is really funny as well. Oh, The Holy Terror is really good. By the same writer as Jubilee. Oh, maybe I'll... Oh, I don't know. The Holy Terror is a bit weird. It's excellent, but it's a bit weird. The companion is a penguin.
Okay.
Doctor Who and the Pirates. Yeah, I'll probably show you Doctor Who and the Pirates. Unless you guys can think of one better by then.
Well, I'd happily start with Pirates, and then any suggestions
Yeah.
I will take on.
There's a Big Finish original companion called Evelyn Smythe.
Okay.
And she's she's a history lecturer, I believe, at a university. She's about 50-something years old. She's supposed to be an older woman. Really good. A lot of people love the combo of the Sixth Doctor with an older woman companion, a lecturer, kind of telling him off a bit, acting like his mum.
That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marian Conspiracy again is really good. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. But still no Eric Saywood.
No Eric Saywood. No Colin Baker.
Gosh. Wow.
See you then.
Yeah, see you then.